You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. you know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Test 1, 2, okay. Sweet, thank you, 18 secs. Free girls. Oh. There I am. Alright, I'm gonna I'm gonna reset our chat here. Let's see. I forgot how you do this. I really appreciate everybody's input. But when it comes to free girls, okay. Jennifer, good morning. Let's see. How do you? Let's see. I know there's a way to do this. Hold on. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. Sweet. I look a little dark. I haven't figured out this Saturday lighting. I don't know why it's so different than my regular class. Do I look dark to you guys? Maybe it's just my TV. Psychedelic coloring. Hi. Wow. Love your name. Sweet. Yeah, I just had to refresh the chat. Jules is here. Sweet. I am doing okay. So yeah, let's. I want to. First of all, I want to be totally honest with you guys. I have nothing prepared for this class. So I would love to do just a little bit darker. Okay, let's see. That's what I thought. Let's get this going. I don't know. Okay. Is that better? Yeah, that's better, right? Okay. Anyway. Anyway, all right. Lots of shadows. Look mysterious. I have nothing planned for this class. I want to do a guided flow class. If this was a local class, I wouldn't be sweating it because I would just go in and say, hey, what do you guys feel like doing? And people would tell me. So if they're guided flow classes are where we pretty much just pick a technique and then do a song to that technique. Okay. All right, that's better. All right. Good. Yeah. Maybe I'll take my hat off. I just took a shower. Okay. And so fire away if you have any things. Otherwise, I'm going to teach this class in a very old school way where I start a sway and then I get inspired and we go to something else and we go to something else. For those of you that don't know, my mother passed away on Wednesday. She was almost 82 years old. The last 2 years of her life were, well, more than that, but it really got bad the last 2 years of her life, where she just became immobile and couldn't really move for a variety of reasons that I won't get into right now, just for the sake of time. So my mom's death is a loss for me and my family, but I wouldn't say it's a tragedy, and I hope you understand what I'm saying and what I'm not saying. But it, so I am definitely feeling sadness and grief, but I also feel like, wherever she is better than where she was, and so it's more of just the sadness around her life. Um, I don't know if I'm making any sense, but anyway, so this is one of the reasons I don't want to teach a class because I've been a little bit disorganized. But I want to just say that I want to preach for a second. I was commissioned to do an effigy for my friend Julia. I'm building. Coincidentally, Julia, it's for the Samhain event, and the sculpture that the effigy that Julia wanted me to build was of a vulture sweeping down on a soul at rest, you could say, and so I came up with the image, and I've been building it in wood. And the idea of it, if you don't know, is that vultures, it's called Julia refers to it as a sky burial, and apparently I don't know if it's a tradition or a myth, it's probably both, but where someone, when they knew that they were at the end, would walk up into a tall mountain and, and leave their body there, if you know what I mean. And a vulture would come and essentially sky bury, you know what I mean, like consume and then take to the sky the body. So that was what the effigy that I'm working on is. And so with my mom's passing, I decided to dedicate that effigy to her. And it just seems so poignant, and timing just is crazy, right? And the reason I want to preach, and I'm not going to, this is like one sentence, is that doing art through grief is a lifesaver. Like, it's like, or at least for me, I know we're not all the same people, so at least for me, and just like taking carrying your art with you as you travel through your pain, or carrying your pain with you as you travel through your art, whichever it is. Like it really has helped me. Like it's like to have something to do and be doing something creative while processing the finality of what's happening has just been so helpful. Like I didn't take a single drink of anything yesterday. I was just in my art piece. I was, the soberest of minds, and I feel like in that one session, I got like 4 or 5 weeks of like substance influence therapy. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. All right, I want to get going. Nice, Amber. Oh, and welcome. I haven't said hello to everybody. Forgive me. Welcome, 18 Sex Girls. Hoop and Daly's here. Carla's here. Sweet Jackie's here. Yeah. Okay, so let's get going. Fire away your suggestions if you have any. Sweet Shelley, thank you for the support there. After 2 hours, I managed to fix my iTunes with this stupid password. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, fire away if you have suggestions. My whiteboard is right here. I have a new keyboard, so I can use exclamation points again. Okay, here we go. Oh, God, this is crazy. I don't know if it's going to let me. Okay. Okay, cool. Slow flow. Hey, Lauren. Okay, here we go. Oh, you're very welcome. That Julia gave me, the woman I'm doing this for, my longtime good friend, gave me that story, and that was the inspire. I'll definitely give you guys pictures of the effigy. I'm going to film it burning. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. So. Okay, let's go. Okay. Audible breath in. One of the beautiful things about, I've learned so much about vultures. A black vulture, can fly up to 20,000 feet above the earth. 20,000. A black vulture can go 6 hours without a single flap of its wings. It can do that because vultures can find thermals. And once they find one, and once they spread their wings, they are essentially at rest, at peace. It's the easiest way for them to exist. And I wish that for my mom. I wish that for you, for us, that in moments we can find our thermal, find our rising air, and be at ease and lifted by it. Breath in. Seattle. Wow, welcome stateside, Lisa. Okay. If you're joining late, I usually do have classes planned. I don't this one, so we're just gonna roll. But actually, this song, I played it as a sway because it's the only video that Mom ever commented on. Did a video to that song, and hey, Sarah. Oh, sweet. Yeah, Sarah, I'm building an effigy. It's too long a story to retell, but I'm building an effigy of a vulture. So I've been studying vultures lately, and yesterday I used building the effigy of the vulture as a chance to like grieve. And it was very I used it as a chance to create, and in the process really dealt with grief. Okay. Actually, I love this album. This is my favorite ambient album of all time, and easily. And if you've had HoopPath workshops, you've heard all these songs. Since you guys have been so, you're always here for the stream, you've probably already heard this song. But one of my favorite exercises for me at the beginning of a flow practice is really leaning like into the beat that is happening. And what I mean by that is like I like to find these songs sometimes, this is a great example of it, that kind of has a repetitive sound that I can kind of tune into and begin to use that sound to like trigger me. So like if I heard like a bing, 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 that would kind of flow with my movement. This is a lot slower than that. But that's my suggestion for our guided flow first hoop song. This is the noise, that sort of submarine. I like to tune into that. One of the unique things about vultures is they have a keen sense of smell. And they can literally smell things from thousands of feet away. With all that wind. Audible breath in. Julia told me they were called peace eagles because they mostly consume only things that have already passed. Audible breath in. really appreciate everybody being here. That's here. Hopefully you're having a good hoop session. Okay, I feel like Jackie requested slow flow. I think that's the only request we've had. Oh, interesting factoid. The reason that vultures don't have feathers on their head, is because it would collect bacteria from the carrion that they are eating. So evolution said, we got a fix for that. So next song, I invite you to try some slow flow. Now, if you're a high energy person, and the workout of hooping is a part of. You're welcome. There's so much. When I do a project, I think y'all know that. I think you guys know that by now. But when I do a project, I go deep. And so I know how the skeleton works now, and I rebuilt the whole project because the way the wings were landing, it wasn't realistic. It's pretty funny. Okay. Okay, let's do some slow flow. So what I was saying is, if you're in here or if you're looking for like a very physical class, one way to make slow flow more athletic is balances, like physical balances, view balances, like raising one leg. Oh yeah, yeah. When turkey vultures fly, they don't just land this way, but they typically, when they're up there, they fly with their wings in a V, and black vultures tend to be more plane-like. So that's one way to tell the difference. Boom, boom. Turkey vultures also have red heads, if you're close enough to one. Okay, let's try some slow flow. I would be the first to admit that slow flow isn't for everybody. In my own personal hoop practice, I went through an entire phase of my hooping in slow flow. Once I found it for whatever reason, it really, really pulled me in. Oh, hey, Rhonda. Thank you. One thing I love about slow flow, or what really helped bring me into slow flow, or I don't know, anyway, I was moving my offhand. Something about moving my offhand, like, I loved it even more. I love these, like, slow halo things. Audible breath in. My mom was a Quaker. For those of you that don't know, there's a huge lineage of feminism within Quakerism. Quakerism is mostly the belief that God or life or whatever talks to you uniquely and equally to everyone else. That no one else has a better connection to spirit than you. And so no matter what form of body, human body you're born into, all are equal because they all have equal access, equal clarity. And my mom grew up believing that deeply. And without realizing it, my mom was a pretty radical feminist for her time and her geography. She pushed against and through and over real resistance. Simply because she was a woman. And a smart one. And an unafraid one. I honor that spirit in her and everywhere I see it. Love-inspired courage is just so much more powerful than fear-inspired courage. Although we need both. Wow, I forgot we were doing slow flow. Yeah, friends of the light. Yeah, totally, Jules. Yeah, and I'm not going to go on a rant here, but it's just our society is so set up that we have to race. It's just like we shouldn't have to race. I mean, you might be talking about your mind racing, which mine does too, and I don't know. Maybe they're linked, maybe they're not, but we shouldn't have to work this much, okay? I don't know what political party that puts me in, but we shouldn't have to like work 40 hours a week and have a side hustle. Okay. If you take requests, how about gooey touch? Contact seems reassuring. Sweet. Let's do that. I love that. I'm really digging this album. I think I might just be able to. Yeah. Let me know if you need. It'd be too late. But, all right. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna keep going with this album. I think it's good enough that we can Actually, that's a little slow. I think one of these is more up. Yeah, I think it's this one. Thank you, Heidi. I appreciate that. I really appreciate all the comments that I've gotten, and I can't. There's a little too many to respond to now, but thank you, guys. Okay. Good old gooey hooping. I'm not sure which came first, slow flow or gooey for me. But gooey contact definitely had a hold of me. Gooey can be fast. What helps me find the feeling of gooiness is what Sarah said, which is touch. Science. Cold, hard science tells us that when we are touched, that location is activated. Signals are firing. We are perceiving. Some would say that those locations where you're being touched are activated energetically as well. And that flipping those switches, turning on that energy at that location, can be good for you. And that's really what I like about these slow, low smears. That my legs are being touched, my hands are being touched. If I push the hoop out a little bit further, my shoulder, my back. Audible breath in. This really helped me find the outside wall of the hoop as well. Gooey shoulders. digging gooey shoulders. My pointing finger for you to find your love of gooiness, if it's possible. If you just can't feel it at all, I say focus on what you might think of as the secondary point of contact. Like in this case, like I'm used to it being on my shoulder, I'm not used to it being on my thigh. And so as I'm moving in gooey, I'm paying attention to that point. And it helps me sort of find the smoothness of gooey. Was a teacher. God bless the teachers of the world. Audible breath in. Thank you. Nice. Okay. Let's see, where are we at on time here? Okay, we're doing okay. All right. I don't think I missed any requests, but let's just make sure. I love it when you guys pop in, even if it's just for a second. That's fine. I wasn't anticipating too many people being able to watch today. All right. I am digging the chill, but I am going to pick it up just a little bit, I think. And, man, I am trying so hard not to turn the heat on in my house, and it got down to the 30s last night. I woke up this morning, it's like, you can see my breath in the house. I don't know why. I'm being so reluctant to turn the heat on. Okay. You know, I don't really know what to say. I think I'm going to play for this next song with Open Samurai, which is when you yeah, it's cold. Yeah, don't worry, y'all. I'm doing okay. I can afford it. I'm just being stubborn. If only you guys donated more, I would have heat. No, that's totally all right. Me trying to be funny. Okay. I'm just being a stubborn Southerner. That's all. Because in the South, it's like you turn the heat on, and then all of a sudden it's like 70 the next day. You're like, fuck. I could have bared it out. I could have rode this one out. Okay, so Open Samurai is when you take a samurai grip, but then you break it and put your hand between, or the hoop between fingers. And where this like is a lot of fun, it can be twirling. It can, for some people, make their smears a little bit smoother, because instead of like holding the hoop like this, they're holding it like this, and their fingers just kind of naturally learn how to be a hinge. 60 plus years, wow. Yeah, I mean, you know, here's the thing about teaching. If you were to look at the entire sample size of teaching, people who would consider themselves professional teachers. We'll just start at just the professionals. Not the amateur would be even crazier, but just the professional teachers, people that make money teaching. Like 2% of them are rich. Like it, you know, that's why I just have so much respect for teachers, because you know, there is something inside of them that is willing to not have as much as maybe the next person, because it feels good to them to teach. And that is just a beautiful thing. And so hats off to all the professional teachers, my mom included. All right, yeah, unfortunately, sometimes I don't want to get dark, but sometimes I think it's that love is exploited by systems. All right, well, I'm gonna play with 2-point samurai or with open samurai, but of course, you do anything you want to. I love to do these. I don't know if you can see it on. It's probably better on the bird's eye. I like to use open samurai to do these, these quick twirls around the body. Oh, wait, here we go. And I'm just twirling the hoop through my fingers. And one great way to get your fingers used to twirling is just to keep the hoop on the ground and then twirl through them. Oh, sweet. All right, so you were a step ahead, Sarah. Or on the same page. This is your bird, this is my bird. Same wind. Any twirling thing is considered, in HoopPath anyway, open samurai. Using the hoop as your fingers as a hinge. That's what I'm doing right here. Twirl. Twirl. Hinge. Twirl. Whoa. You see? I've shown you guys this before, but open samurai isolations are fun too, where you're just holding the hoop between the fingers here. This is how I do it. I think you can do it other ways. But it can kind of for some of you, it might unlock, sometimes your wrist is tight or something, or you have just a goofy wrist, you can't make the isolation work. This might help. And you can go all the way around. That makes a pretty full isolation. Anyway. Okay. Man, I could do a whole class on Open Samurai. It really changed. It's funny. This class seems to be me going through the phases of my hooping with you guys. All right, I don't know how many people are still here. I really appreciate you being here. And let's see. I think maybe we can just sort of go off in our own directions here as far as like what. Yeah, maybe we'll just kind of go into a free hoop unless you have a request for anything or whatever. I take these classes seriously. The last couple of weeks have just been intense in my personal life, as I've shared with you, and I know y'all understand. I'm going to be, but this was completely unplanned, but I think you guys understand why. And we will return to planned classes where I have a playlist and all of that. Sweet. Okay. Well, so let's just do a free hoop, and then you guys can kind of do whatever you want to. Fire questions away if you have them, though. Like, one of the reasons I do this free hoop time is in case there's something you want to request for the next class, or if you have a question about this class, and I appreciate it. I'm gonna leave you guys for a second. I gotta get some water.
This is an age-old story. Old man wants a boy. First touch of a woman. Leave a poor kid broken. Raw sugar so sweet. Rocking out to the same beat. It was destined to be.
Sweet. Balance. Yep, I love it. If you guys have been doing some other technique that's awesome, let me know.
Rocking through a cloudy day in April, smoking through the month of May in April, thinking about times long ago. I've been rocking through a cloudy day in April, smoking through the month of May in April, thinking about times long ago. And I've been.
Thank you, Carla. You're a teacher. You teach hoop. Thank you.
We were two birds in a cage, living with the door wide open. She said she never saw the bars that needed to be broken open. And one day she left and barely said goodbye. Cupid must have let another arrow fly. And you know that time will fly by when you won't feel so broken. Rocking through a cloudy day in April, smoking through the month of May in April, thinking about times long ago. And I've been rocking through a cloudy day in April, smoking through the month of May in April, thinking about times long ago. And I've been.
Thank you for the scars you burned, and thank you for the lessons earned, and thank you for the love I've learned.
Oh, nice, Carla.
That helped
Yeah, I love
me
this track.
become broken open.
Rocking through a cloudy day in April, smoking through the month of May in April, thinking about times long ago. And I've been rocking through a cloudy day in April, smoking through the month of May in April, thinking about times long ago. And I've been.
shall I? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play maybe one more track. You can find that last track, I think it's a free download on SoundCloud, by the way.
So let us adore while we say in the morning you may be gone. So let us adore one another while we are here. Here for a moment, then floating away. Just here for a moment.
You're welcome, Amber. Thank you guys for letting me share.
Floating away. Here for a moment, floating away. We're just here for a moment, then floating away. Tomorrow isn't promised like today. Tomorrow isn't promised, just today.
Sweet. Okay, guys. Big love to you guys. I will see you Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. We'll play this track out, but then we're gonna bounce. So thank you guys so much. I'm gonna go build the rest of that effigy.